session.
These cards can help me find ramp, maybe. God, you love to see overgrowth. I probably skip Guess the Wait to play overgrowth, right? Play it a turn earlier. Unfortunately, that 3-mana overgrowth does not corrupt my Dreaming Drake. But probably don't really need it.
Purple, not really red.
Should be less than 5 usually. Oh, I can bloom out Guff here. And I can even use Guff's hero power. Man, how do I even play this? Do I save Solar Eclipse for a Kazakusan card? Or is it best with Cenarian Ward? Since I have Guff, I can play Solar Eclipse with Embers of Ragnaros, which is really, really strong. Solar Eclipse with Cenarian Ward is also really, really strong, though. A bit of a tough decision. They are definitely playing new cards. So when I built this deck, I assumed that you would need to like get a bunch of value before playing Kazakus. But now that I've played it, I think you just kind of drop Kazakus and the 10 cards are usually good enough to win the game. I think I like Canoptic Jars here because I can always hit the Annoyatron board flood. There's also a Boombot board flood. And the other 2 cards aren't especially good. I think I definitely want Embers. These kind of suck. Can use Looming Presence to dig for Embers. Pretty easy to use this Banana Split, though. Holy Book, sure. There's a board flood for my jars. Alright. It would have been nice to get an AoE so I could clear the way for Embers. But I don't think... Like, this almost seems like a token deck at this point, as many 2/1s as they've played. But I think it's unlikely they have this many minions in play from here on out. There's an Embers. It's just lethal, isn't it? Hit both of these and then 8 face, they're at 22, then 24 face. What an insane combo. Is Solar Eclipse rotating? I think it is, right? That's probably a good thing. Alright, what is the Mage class? They got the new Dragon. God, you love to see Overgrowth. Probably don't need Lunar Eclipse against Mage. Love Wild Growth as well. Alright, they also got the new thing that summons dragons. And what else? Oh, the AoE card. So surely Mage didn't get a new archetype. Double ramp into Eclipse plus Cenarian Ward is nice. Slow opener from the opponent. Which is what you love to see when you're ramping. Okay, so is this Mizaki Mage? Do people still play that with 4 mana flow? Picked up Kazakusan. Not sure if there's any Kazakus card that helps in this matchup. Don't even know what it would possibly be. Moonlit Guidance is a really good card to have post Kazakus. Let's just rip it. Fill your board with annoying minions. Transform all minions. 8 damage. I'll take a nice board fill. These are all pretty bad, but maybe I can combo Puzzle Box with my Annoyatrons. Face damage, I guess. This is face damage. And maybe the knife kills. I think I actually got a pretty bad Kazakus here. But I'm not really sure what I was going for, so it's kind of hard to say. Well, if Kazakus lives through the turn, then I can Moonlit Guidance into an Army Knife, most likely. But if it doesn't live, then I might not have a... Well, I mean, I guess I can always just top deck one of the 8 mana cards, right? I don't have to play Moonlit Guidance. Sure. I got a good number of big Annoyatrons, although I guess this is still a low roll because there's only 3, and I got 3 of the 2-drops. Unfortunately, this does have a bit of anti-synergy with the Locusts, because I don't have board space to damage my opponent. But I can Puzzle Box into Gromish or something, I don't know. I think even without board space, I'm probably pretty willing to just gain 16 armor next turn. Although I don't know how much 16 armor actually helps in the matchup. I would love to see the opponent just spend a bunch of cards to kill 2 of my board slots. I guess they just wanted to draw, though. Oh, you hate to see the siphon mana. I mean, I can Moonlit Guidance for Puzzle Box. Like, does that actually seem useful? I feel like I'm dealing such a small amount of damage here. This would turn into an 11, which is not great. I don't even know if there is an 11 in Standard at the moment. I mean, I guess I can Puzzle Box twice. But even if my whole board is 10s, like, what am I hoping for? These would turn into 8s. I have 3 shots at hitting the Demon Hunter minion that makes spells cost more. Maybe that's kind of sick. I actually don't want to Solar Eclipse with this because 8 is a really good spot for these to land on, potentially. Alright, good chance I'm dead here. 12 cards in my opponent's deck. Maybe not dead. They can Mana Biscuit and play Mizaki still, right? Oh, they just drew Mizaki? Or I guess it could be a multicaster.
I will crush your delusions of grandeur.
I don't really think there's any way they can deal with my board. Maybe if they dump their entire hand, but I would be pretty okay with that.
Oh, it says explode.
They do have a decent amount of spell power, though.
It's out on me.
Looks like this is probably ending on an AoE. Alright. Even if I don't have lethal here, they just have so few cards, but I might have lethal. Yeah, this just does 8, and then this does plenty of damage. Nice.
Versus the Thunder King.
I am the slayer of kings and gods.
Class is in session.
I guess the wait into wild growth is nice. Happy to have my run back against Shaman, because I got absolutely stomped last game. Although this is Quest Shaman, that was Elemental Shaman. Growth into Guff into another growth? It's pretty good. Could Lunar Eclipse here, but just not worth it, right?
Death from the shadows.
Oh, Kazakus, love to see it. Nose Dormu. You see it?
Now littering.
Can kill this pretty easily. Probably just go like shoot, mana, mana, shoot. I think I can be a bit greedy with this Moonlit Guidance, especially when I already have Kazakus in hand.
The storm is in me.
Alright, well I've got another Bog Beam, and then I guess what? Let's go mana Kazakus. I don't have to mana first.
My greatest creation, the treasure hoard.
I don't think I'm really too worried about clearing boards in this matchup. Oh, well I guess they do have Charged Call. Is that what it's called? Love to see Embers, especially with Solar Eclipse in hand. I guess I'm taking another board clear because the others are trash. I guess I want Boombots. And then another board clear. I don't think the Clockwork Assistant is that big. How good is the Exorciser? I mean, it is just 9 damage. Maybe I just want 9 damage.
Now littering.
Alright, slow turn from the opponent, but they did some overloading. I can Moonlit Guidance here. Yeah, it's pretty good.
This must be the way.
Love a good Embers. Next turn I'll be on 13 mana. I'm always playing Embers here. It's just a matter of, do I bloom out Solar Eclipse? It probably leaves my opponent at 6. And then next turn I would just play another Embers and hope it hits face. I don't think they can really heal. Also, with them at 6, even if they fill their board, I can just draw a Book of the Dead for lethal.
Never be afraid of your inner power.
So far, it's looking like Ragnaros is going to end it next turn. Ragnaros. Seems like Ragnaros ends a lot of games with this deck.